Hello. Are we recording? I think we are. You can see, not managed to find a hairdresser. My hair has just gone beyond out of control and I've just given up. I'm hoping that the hairdressers are now open, so I will get a haircut next week, I promise. So here we are on the 17th of April 2021, and we're 2 days late. Actually, we're 1 day late on making this little sort of podcast. A few things to report this week. First of all, it's been a difficult week this week because I've still not shook off this bloody COVID. The breathing problems, been for heart sort of checks this week, and it's just never ending. But we'll get there, hopefully soon. But on mental health motorbike front, we've got lots to report on, so I'm going to sort of rattle through this. First thing is charity application. We're still working on it, we're still pushing forward, and there's lots of offers coming, so we have to pursue this. So by the 11th of July, we will have in place a mental health motorbike charity. That is our ambition. Whether it will happen or not in reality, that is the challenge. So what we're going to do is all systems go until then. Mark, Andy, Alex and sorry, somebody was just walking past then. I felt as I was talking to myself. She was looking a bit really gone out, I could see. Anyway, so we've got Alex, Andy, Mark and Ken have been working with me on this. So fingers crossed, the charity is moving forward. Had a really interesting sort of chat with the Overland guys. And they've put me in touch with somebody called George Cheeseman, who's the country manager of Royal Enfield. Now, George has since been in touch with me and wants to arrange a meeting for next week. So next Tuesday, we're going to have a chat. What's very interesting here is that Calm, which is a charity in its own right, mental health charity in its own right, have started a campaign around mental health motorbikes. And Royal Enfield are involved with that. But then George has come on to me, so I'm not quite sure until I speak to him what that's about. But we are really looking forward to a partnership, maybe with Calm and Royal Enfield. So we'll let you know how that goes. Also had a phone call from Mary Lomas from Thornycroft Solicitors. So they are very keen to meet with us. I've got a meeting scheduled on Thursday lunchtime with Mary, and hopefully we can sort of attract them as a sponsor. They're very keen to get involved with us. They like what we're doing. They're very sort of inspired by what we're doing. Had a meeting with Leia Toke Love from Bennett's. Wonderful Leia, absolutely dynamic. She's the same age as my daughter, 23, and she's a powerhouse, I tell you what. But yeah, really sort of reassured. Leia's working with us on the British Superbikes, sort of getting the British Superbikes events running. And there's so much to celebrate about that, because we are going to add value to each other. We're going to be there for race weekends, hopefully as many as possible. We've got to look at the logistics of this. Obviously we've got to find some funding to make it happen, but we're going to be there for the riders, we're going to be there for the members, we're going to be there for the sponsors, we're going to be there for everybody. No, but in reality we want to get out and just promote the word of what we're doing. So British Superbikes is very important to us, and Leia's offered us a really good opportunity and some really good sort of possibilities of what we could do. So we're just going to come up with a plan and share that back with Bennett's, who will then make it happen. So really productive meeting with Bennett's. I felt really reassured that we're onto something really important. Yesterday we had a visit to the Veterans Garage. So Veterans Garage is based in Manchester. It's based at the old Manchester Airport, which is now the heliport, and it's a very intriguing sort of place. It didn't go quite as we planned. We didn't get the introductions to the right people. I met with Dave, the owner, and he was really productive, really good sort of. But then there was a few sort of issues with one of the managing directors. I'm not going to go into much detail, but it's something we need to pick up on. I ended up splitting up a fight between him and a member, which wasn't the most productive of meetings, but you know, that's how sometimes these things go. Both of these members were dealing with PTSD, long-term sort of injuries around military, and you can see why sort of, you know, lockdown's not been particularly friendly to people. But what I do want to do is establish a relationship with the Veterans Garage. It's an amazing organisation. I just hope we can do that. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Another really good meeting this week with the Shiny Side Up partnership. So we met with Heidi and Andy from Shiny Side Up, and they are really keen to have us on board as members. So fingers crossed we'll sort of develop that. There's potential research opportunities there, which is fantastic. So yeah, we'll build that. I've put the Shiny Side Up information on our website. If you go to mhmotorbike.com and look at partnerships, you'll see Shiny Side Up there already on the website. You'll see the amazing sort of campaigns that they're doing. So yeah, check them out. The final thing really is Richard Gibson Racing. Rich Gibson, I spoke to some time ago. He's a really intriguing character, ex-military, very dynamic guy. But he's also a very competitive racer. He's had his own sort of struggles around mental health, but he's got this racing team together now, and he started doing some fundraising, and he actually felt quite guilty about the money he was bringing in and just taking it for his personal use. So he decided very generously to give some of it to Mental Health Motorbike, and this will really help us. It's small amounts of money, but it makes a difference at this stage. It pays for our public liability or professional indemnity, or it pays for our volunteers to get to events. So don't underestimate that just a couple of £100 or a few £100, it makes a big difference to a charity when they're establishing themselves. So Rich Gibson Racing, we are fondly behind what they're doing, and we want Richard to stay safe on his motorbike, but we also want to develop a longer term relationship with him and the team. So on the 3rd of May, we're going down to Mallory Park, and it's caused me a bit of a problem really, because I put a call out on our internal sort of WhatsApp group and asking for somebody else to come down with me, and I've got 4 members from the group all wanted to come and meet Rich Gibson Racing and the guys, Rich and the guys. So I've now got to try and work out who can come. So Rich suggested we have a Xbox, PS4 sort of playoff. Anybody that can go around Mallory Park in a virtual space the quickest, they get the place. So whoever it is will come with me and we'll meet Rich. We'll get some photos and maybe a little video. And yeah, they want to present a check of some of the fundraising that they've done so far. So that's it really. That's our week. Hope you've had a good one. It's really warm today. I'm squinting because the sun, it's a different time. Normally I'm here for about 1 o'clock. It's 25 past 5. Birds are singing, they're all nesting. It's beautiful blue sky, I think you can see behind me. I love it, this spot. It's so beautiful. This is called the Five Pits Trail. This is where I always sort of come for my little Friday blog. And yeah, it's my little extended back garden. So have a good weekend everybody. Look after yourselves. If you need any support, contact www.mhmotorbike.com. Little chat button on there, so reach out to us if you're struggling, and yeah, take care.